Alright guys, welcome back to j.w.c.r Ranch. I am probably about, I'd say maybe halfway there. This is the chicken coop. We're not building it for the rooster, or for the hens right now, because we're not getting hens until next month, which that is just, let's see here. It says the 24th, and I'm probably not going to get the hens until like maybe the middle towards the end of next month. Because before I get the hens, well, pullets, I'm getting baby chicks. Not like, not like the ones that are that tiny. Pretty decent sized ones, ones that can handle the cold. I mean, I'm going to get a heat lamp for them. I also want to build a better chicken coop than this. This is just something I'm quickly putting together just so Raptor can have a better environment to be in other than just that chicken run. I mean, yes, he's got his dog kennel, but he needs something better than that. So this is what I'm building. So let me get a little further in and I'll show you guys a little more in depth on this. Alright guys, so here's where we are. Now this is just kind of tacked together. There's nowhere near solid or anything, and I did that for a reason. So if you look at how big this thing is, and then you see how small and dinky that door is. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pieces down one by one. Excuse me just a second. But I'm going to take them down one by one. So as you can see, that's left. You got roof. In there I wrote back, but that's kind of pointless. And then over here, I guess I flipped it. No. Right. So, but I'm going to take these panels off one by one, and I'm going to take them in there one by one. And just a side note, hey Raptor, I just want you to know you're getting fat. I hope you know that. Was that rude? Could you come here? Could you come here? Hey, come here. Oh, you're starting to get older and mature, and you're just being disobedient and not listening. You're bad, and I like it. Anyway, so I'm going to put me a little trim piece back here. I think this one will fit, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it will. So this will go on there. So what I'm doing is, as you can see, a little hole right there. It's actually broken, but the trim pieces come off. You drill your, your hold down spots, and then you put the trim back on. Just like I've got the trim on here, but I've got to take it off. Not for this one, but for that side down there. So, I mean, I might be able to just get a 3-inch screw and go in at an angle and have it hold it down. And I could probably do the same thing over there, so I'll probably just leave this piece of trim on. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll go up at an angle, like a 45-degree angle, and just have it anchor it down. But the pita part is over here. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get the trim pieces. That's supposed to be flush just like that. So I'm thinking about doing it kind of like dragon scales. So I'll probably put one down here and then overlap it at the top and see how that turns out. So yeah, what time is it now? Yeah, I've been working on this thing for about 2.5, 3 hours now. Back to it. Alright guys, I don't even know what time it is. My watch died, but I'm in the middle of framing, and then I'm calling it a day. I just have to put some trim on this side, fill that in, and then make a little ramp, and then I can just start disassembling it and take it in piece by piece in there. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. He'll be fine tonight. We also added his little dust bath. He used it earlier, but yeah, I'm kind of getting worn out. I think it's like 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock. So this has kind of been an all-day thing. So it is coming together good, but I didn't expect to spend all day on it. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it a night. Ran into an issue with these 45s right here. I just shoved a piece of filler wood in there, and I tried to use 2-inch deck screw, but it split it. So I'm gonna get my finishing screws. They're really tiny. They're really narrow and about maybe 1.25 inches long, and that'll definitely go down in there and hold it in there without splitting it like that. But I don't normally have this kind of issues cutting 45s. I don't know what's going on. I'm not happy with the way it turned out, but I also need to get in there tomorrow. I'll show you guys. So I got to get in here, cut that right there, and then put like a 2x4 on either side of it. That way it'll still have a structural integrity, but it'll have a gap there. And then I also need to, I'm going to put a floor in here, which really it's just taking a bunch of slats and putting them down. That's really all it is. Let me see if turning a watch on, or a flashlight. There we go. But yeah, there's plenty of room in here for me to run slats, which I'm calling this a slat, a pallet slat. But run it in there. That way he'll be up off the ground, nice and dry. But like I said, I'm not happy with the way this front portion turned out. I'm not happy with it at all. But it'll work. It's not a house. It's not a business. It's just a chicken coop. I've seen people just throw something together and call it a day. But I mean, I take pride in my work, but like right now with me being in construction, I don't really do a whole lot of carpentry work. It's been a while. So, it's kind of one of those use it or lose it type deals. And, a lot of the supervisors, they'll do all this kind of work, or they'll have someone else do it. And really, I'm just the cleanup guy for the most part. I mean, yes, I do concrete. I can finish the concrete, and all that jazz. But, I mean, I'm not really, doing this kind of work. And when I do this kind of work and it's not done to where one of the supervisors don't like it, all I do is just get mad and walk off, because no one's going to critique my carpentry skills. I don't care if they have more experience than I do. I know carpentry. I've put all this together. This is without blueprints. This is without looking something up online or following some instructions. This is just straight out of my head. I'm putting it together as I go. But I could have done a better job on that. But again, it's just a chicken coop. Not that big of a deal. When I start, if I were doing like a house or something, it'd be much nicer. But yeah, I think that it's going to be okay for a chicken coop. And this is just a single chicken coop, believe it or not. There won't be any roosting boxes or nesting boxes in here. This is literally, I'm just building this for Raptor. That's it. Next month, when we get the chicks, I got plenty of pallets over there still. And then I've got this one right here, and then I got a bunch of slats behind me. So I've got plenty that I can still build another coop, and I can take my time. I'm not really rushing on this per se, but I don't want to spend the very last day I have off trying to put together a chicken coop. You know, I'd like to rest before I go back to work. So, yeah, but I think this is going to be okay. You know, it's not the Taj Mahal or in this case, the Chick Mahal. I mean, if I wanted to build something extravagant, I could, but I mean, it's just a little lean-to chicken house. That's it. I mean, strictly with pallets. I mean, I didn't get any. The only other thing I'm using are some 2x2s or 1x1s. There they are. These right here. Because I needed a 2x4. I didn't have any more, so if you put two of those together, you got a 2x4. I think those are 2x2s. But, you know, I was going to end up using this landscaping timber. Didn't have to. So, but, I mean, this is not difficult. It's not rocket science. And I do plan on putting, like, some sort of cover over this. I am going to put, what do you call it? Felt paper over the top, and then I'm going to put shingles over it just so it'll last longer. But this is not difficult, and this is 99% built out of pallets. But like I said, I'll probably put some sort of cover over the sides just to make it look a little bit nicer. But, I mean, it's a chicken house. I mean, I'm not building a guest house. I'm not building a farmhouse or a ranch house. It's just a chicken coop. But this little trim right here, I had my wife write that on there. She has excellent handwriting compared to my chicken scratch. But that will cover the back of that. But, yeah, I'm going to call it a night, guys, and I'll make part 2 in the morning or in the evening. She said that, my wife said that there's supposed to be 99% chance of rain tomorrow, so if I don't get a chance to get out here tomorrow, it will have to be Sunday that I finish this up. But really, all I'm doing to finishing this is doing the floor, which is super easy. I've just got to finish this, move that out of my way, get the floor to where it's in there correctly. Once that's done, it's as simple as just tear it down and take it in the chicken run piece by piece, and it's going to go at the very back. And then I'll have him a little ramp to where he can go in there. So, and then of course he'll have a floor and a roosting bar, which I'll probably make out of this 2x2. I've got plenty of those. So I'll probably run one of those across in here from one side to the other and get it screwed in, and it'll, you know, just let it go, let it run. But yeah, guys, like I said, I'm not happy, but I'm not completely disappointed in myself. I mean, I can still build, so that's all that matters. So stay tuned for part 2 for tomorrow. Like, share, subscribe, trying to grow the channel. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Later, Gators.
He was a banker down in Georgia, wore a tie every day, but the city of life got heavy, and the music led the way. Packed up his old guitar, left the high-rise behind. Now he's playing bars in Nashville, looking for a sign. They're chasing country